Vanity has never lost to Version1 since the change, and they've met 2 times prior to this. So, a little, maybe not quite grudge, but a little something.
Food for thought, you know? And in important matches, too. They've always ended up in these sort of situations, elimination matchup.
It ain't nothing. Whippy gets the opener across the middle of the map as Version1 start to find some room to breathe. Middle A. It's really all theirs. Leaf tagged up, 37 HP. And he is surrounded, my dear friends, as he has way too many targets to deal with. Version1, they're getting through this round rather swimmingly, if I may.
Seeing the last play there on A actually get surrounded, I was like, oh, the round's over. But no, it's still Mitch. Still Mitch. Just coming out of anywhere. And this is a nice just A split right off the bat for V1, setting the pace down the back of halls. There you go, doing it again. And we'll see also a dart up at the top towards tunnels, making sure that they can't get that walk down mid started. Zeta almost trapped inside of halls as well. And I don't know if they spotted him because he's not moving. I would have expected him to actually leave from that position.
Version1 choosing to rotate out. You saw earlier in the round, Whippy slowly but surely shimmying his way up elbow. And that Leaf with Marshall. Yeah, he saw the shoulder. Saw something.
Has no actual method of escaping there, so you can see how cautious he has to be walking back from elbow. But the fact that there's nobody there to punish him in mid might tip them over to know that this is coming, and they are stacking in that direction except for Leaf.
Nice. The second Marshall on the map from Mitch gets the opener onto Penny. Numbers advantage, Cloud9. They only bought up a little bit. Oh boy! That's okay. That's fine, that works out. Effie's Vandal cleans things up.
Shock also delays. There's 38 seconds, Doug, and they're still trying to pivot. Look at Whippy's position. They're running with 30 seconds across the big map that is Breeze. Leaf gets the kill anyways, and that might be the round locked up because now they have to get through him, and they're rotating at the same time, so it might be another pivot.
Just filth. Filth, and you're right. You know that A's not safe. There's a Marshall and Leaf waiting on the other side of the map on B. It looks like they're going to go through doors. Mitch is still here. First shot misses, second one does as well. 10 seconds left. Vanity gets clotheslined as he turns around.
He's got it.
Yeah, Version1 should be able to get the spike down. They've had the advantages, but can they convert? 2 Marshals left. As Zeta falls, numbers advantage in favor of V1. They have the weapons to work with as well. Leaf is still trying to take pot shots from far away. This is difficult. Given the weaponry that you have, Leaf doesn't seem to care. As he makes it a 2v2, Zelsis is weak. Spike ticking. They've got a chance at this. Leaf is also upgraded his weapon. That's a massive balla. But the time is not on their side. They've got to go. The tap. Mitch, weak. He falls.
All rifles here. So this is an important round. They can't let too much go, and they're going to execute B fast.
Viper wall goes up. The knife does to follow.
Oh,
right.
no.
And you just line up right for Mitch. He cleans things up. They've still got a bit to do. Spike just now making its way onto B. They've got a decent retake setup here, Balla.
Yeah, they do. But Xander's up close. Leaf, though, on the flank is going to take care of him. But Effie trades it. 1 versus 2, and he gets spammed down to 71. And then that happens. I mean, ridiculous. And even when we get spoiled, I'm still shocked.
It's still ridiculous. And it looked good, right? We talked about it prior to the retake coming through. Cloud9 had numbers. They were wrapping around what Version1 had, and then Effie's again. See a similar setup out from Xander as he orbs down halls. Viper's wall goes up A.
Look how fast Penny is on this orb. He could open this up and they're already poking their head out of cave.
Oh gosh. That head that was poked out was actually Vanity's that was poking up. Gets taken off. Once again, Version1 find control of the site.
Leaf has knives. Mitch also the Marshal. You know how critical those 2 players can be when they have those weapons, and Zeta's there to trade with them as well.
Of course, it was the Marshal, the knives, and it was the Bulldog that cleans things up, and the Frenzy's not going to find nearly as much success. Numbers advantage still in favor of Version1 as the knife comes out, and Whippy 4-0 without some of that power. Now they've got a little extra oomph behind it.
Look at Mitch, though. He's actually rotating off already, so the no command's not going to take out his utility.
Yeah. The Hunter's Fury, and there's the no command that you mentioned. And they're starting to follow it. They're taking the space B. Nice shot out from Leaf. But the plant should go down.
should be able to get the res off because he's by the ladder. And yes, it's coming up, but they might have a spam.
Boy. It's going to be a 5v5 for the site. Spike's starting to tick. Flash through. Whippy's in this cheeky little corner, and it seems like they know. Yeah, they know Vanity falls. The up front takes care of Xander. How much more can Lee find? He falls through as the kill feed just bleeds. Zeppa in this 1v2. Celsius is so weak. Zeppa creeping his way forward. He has a little bit to work with. What he doesn't really have is time, and the ringing around the rosy. The footwork is there, and Zeppa's not finding any targets. He's not getting anything he needs. There's just no way. They played it so perfectly. They play it so beautifully, Balla.
V1, every single time they were engaging, they had another teammate ready to fight. Obviously, that's just Valorant 101. But this is beautiful teamwork from V1. This is the V1 that we saw in the group stages. Really start to say, guys, very impressive.
You know, there were questions, right, after they lose to Luminosity, right? Like, you're a little sluggish. I don't want to call a 5-0 group run a fluke, but, I mean, they're gone.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Celsius and Xander played this phenomenally as well. They know that the push is coming because Celsius knifes close a cave. So immediately, he's backing off. Immediately, he's getting ready to pop flash. Xander's coming off the Hall's push. And they destroy the anti-eco. For once now, actually, it's a clean conversion. Unless Mitch has something to say about it.
I mean, he's getting his chances.
He has a lot to say.
but no one's listening. That's the problem. And again, Ball, as we were mentioning at the beginning of the round, there were questions about whether or not Version 1, given their loss to Luminosity, like kind of what happened there. It seems like all of those concerns, all of those doubts, they've been assuaged.
Yeah, and the first and biggest hurdle so far going to be Cloud9.
He's got to get something from this.
Yep, that's massive. So he had a late landing recon bolt at the top of caves there that scans the orb pickup. That lands perfectly forward as well. Just destroyed him. And with that, I think you got a lot of information. Look how Leaf is just running.
How does Elsis have another one of these?
Eco frags last round.
Shock dart right behind him. Does a little bit of damage.
They comboed that Doug with the Viper Molly.
And Leaf is still over on B.
Yeah, not finding value out of that flank. Surprising. Seda does find value on top of the stairs of Vanity 2! And it's all Whippy! Zeppa destroys them back. Very well played there. And finally, Cloud9 come up on the board.
Yeah, Guns woke up, man. They woke up in a big way. The speed or the pace at which those kills came in, very reminiscent to when Version 1's doing their thing. Take from Cloud9.
Yeah, and I think a little bit disjointed here. Right after we praise the calling of V1, after Zeta comes through with the Hunter's Fury combo and takes out Effie's, who was grabbing the orb potentially for his own. No, he's way far away from that.
Well, I like the start early on. You see the Blade Storm come through, the Shock Dart to clear out the trip. To get some agency mid, but or Halls, excuse me, Vanity's Viper's Pit in A, though, at Caves. Changes the conversation.
And that drone didn't spot Penny. So he does try to get aggressive in Halls. Not just a shot all the way down onto Whippy. He could get punished by Penny, but they know now, V1 does, that Cloud9 has 2 players behind this. They're going to walk everybody, except for Effie so far, up this. And there's a no command out. That didn't even go out last round, Doug.
Patience. He sees Elsis who's already fallen. Zeta waits.
No.
They know that they're there, man. The pop flash comes through, and they're just sitting ducks. There's just no way through this.
Yeah, they know the last player's coming through the Viper's Pit as well, and Effie started deciding, like, no, I don't really have a chance here. Let me farm an orb. And I might be clutch, but not that clutch. Not walk through Viper's Pit and kill 4 clutch.
Yeah, he saves that for LAN. That's his LAN clutch.
Yeah, Iceland specifically.
For Cloud9, though, Ball, as we think about how this map has gone, they took the previous round in a flawless fashion, and again, you mentioned that the previous round felt a little bit disjointed as far as calling and how Version 1 approached it. Did you get the same sense here?
It's difficult to say because honestly, I thought that Zelsis used his no command last round, but he didn't, and so I'm a little late coming back to that walk up.